I run my own organization. I am the reentry expert. I help people coming home from prison change their lives around and chase their dreams. The reason why I started doing this was because I'm an ex-offender. I'm one of them dudes from Baltimore. I was one of those dudes out there on the corner. I worked my way up the drug trade, and it got to a point where a judge was offering me more time in prison than I had to live. I've been to the ugliest places that you can go. And one of the things I realized about people is most of the people that you know today won't be the same people tomorrow. Those tough dudes are not tough. I've been in prison systems and heard men crying all night long. But when the doors hit in the morning, they all tough all of a sudden. So all that is illusion. They fake you out like they're gangsters, but we all have a heart. And we all are easily misguided if we don't stand up for ourselves. Each one of you is unique and special, but you have to work on that uniqueness, and you have to work on what's special. You have to develop that. I encourage you to read books. Books gave me the ability to get out the hood. Walking those streets, being on those corners, I used to say, life gotta be better than this. It has to be. So reading books, I'm like, man, why they get to live in the big house with the picket fence? Why they get to live on the beach? Why they get to ski and all that type of stuff, and I'm stuck in this hood? So I had to make a decision, and I had to change. I had to walk away from a whole lot of people. And the hardest thing about the lifestyle I was living was it became a point where people were dependent upon me, because that's how people are flipping on you. Yo, you my man. Yo, I need you. Yo, I need you, son. Come on. And you're like, wow, this is going to lead me right down to death. That's where it's going to take you. Addiction or death. I got tired of those streets. Those streets made me a monster. They made me ugly because the whole time I was doing what I was doing, I really wanted out. I really wanted something different. I really wanted to live on the other side. Now I live on the other side. I dropped out of school in the 7th grade. And it was amazing that I had the intelligence to do real well on a statewide test. If you gave me a statewide test, I would knock it out. The teachers couldn't understand how I could pass an exam and never be in class. But those are the gifts that you possess. People wonder how you do stuff, but it's a natural gift from God to allow you to do what you do. Whether it's drawing, you like those cars? Go race some Ferraris. Go help design some Ferraris. Design a whole different kind of car. I know guys that transport exotic cars from state to state. When somebody in another state buys an exotic car, they drive up there with the car, somebody brings them back. Use your gift. All y'all have gifts, but you got to write them down. You got to have dreams. Parents, have your kids write their dream down and help them to work towards shaping that dream. I went back to school and took the GED test on a humble. Passed. Got down here to North Carolina and decided to go to college on a humble. Because I changed my life to say, when a door of opportunity opens or something looks good, I'm going to step in and I'm going to try it. I'm not going to care what people think about it. I'm not going to care what anybody says. I'm going to try this. And ever since I started making those steps, I started rising higher and higher. And just to give you an example of that, I was just in a simulation with the feds, ICE, immigration, parole and probation, and the U.S. Attorney's Office. And it's funny because I gave a speech after the simulation. And the whole time I'm speaking, I'm like, wow, y'all was the same dudes chasing me back in the day. Y'all were the same people that were trying to send me to prison. Your life can turn completely around if you just give it a chance. Don't listen to them knuckleheads. Don't follow them. And I will tell you this. Intelligence will push ignorance out the way.
Yeah, that's good.
When your mind gets sharp, people realize they can't fool you. So they're going to look at you and say something, and they're going to turn around and walk the other way because they can't do nothing with you. You're too sharp for them. Everything is a work in process. We always talk about exotic jewels like diamonds. If you think about a diamond is pulled out of the dirt. It's filthy, it's ugly, it's rough, but somebody pulls it out, somebody polishes it, somebody cuts it, somebody polishes it, it gets cuts again, and it's one of the most valuable things in the world. It's used to do almost anything in the high-tech industry now. So y'all are those diamonds. Allow yourself to be polished. Allow yourself to be cut. This is a form of cutting right here in this class right here. This is a form of polishing to get you where you need to be. If you don't like something in your neighborhood, Work to change it. Create change. I had to create my own reentry program because nobody would hire me. When people look at my criminal record, they be like, "Woo, I don't know." But I have my own reentry program. I'm a supervisor of the sweep operators for the city of Greensboro. I have a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. And just to tell you how funny that is, my right-hand man was like, "Yo, you going to school for criminal justice?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Yo, you're a criminal. How you going to do that?" My own boy cut me down. I was like, "Yo, wow, did you just say that?" Yeah. But that's how his mind was. He couldn't see it. And a lot of people won't see what's for you because what's for you is just for you. Thank you.